nothing you can do about it. Give me your name and badge number. Get back. Stop that music. I'm in a public place. I can film whatever I can see. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime.
I'd like to welcome you to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato.
Here's Johnny.
Sean Reyes, the Long Island Auditor. Sean's new auditing gimmick is a billboard truck, which was paid for by GoFundMe page. Sean's target today is Sergeant Brian Fahey. Now, I covered 2 videos. Their first encounter was a total victory for the sergeant. Let's see and hear Sean whining about it.
So we're going to hang out here, peacefully protest on public property, and hopefully we don't have any issues here, but we just want to expose Sergeant Brian Fahey to the world. So we have Fire Sergeant Brian Fahey. It has an LED screen on the back, both sides, and in the front. So if you see the other side here, we could just take a look at the video of him assaulting me right where we're standing, and we're here to expose him. The internal affairs cover up everything. Look at this ruthless animal. He said he grabbed my shirt to prevent me from falling backward.
Sean sounds ungrateful to a man who probably saved his life by grabbing his t-shirt.
Look at this ruthless animal. He said he grabbed my shirt to prevent me from falling backward. That he thought my camera was a firearm. Look at this animal. He's an animal.
I don't know, the tone of Reyes' voice. It sounds like some starstruck secret admirer of Fahey who enjoys men that act like animals.
Look at this animal. He's an animal.
Okay, so the first encounter was a little questionable. Although I salute Sergeant Fahey's creativity with the gun story, but this second encounter, and I want you to look at it closely, should have resulted in Sean's arrest for assault on a police officer.
And then when he got cleared, he did it again. Acted like an unhinged tyrant that he is.
I did a video on this, and if you watch it closely, what Sean was denied entry into the building. And as Sergeant Fahey was attempting to shut the door, Reyes yanked it back violently. And the more Fahey tried to shut the door, the more Reyes pulled back on it. Now, according to all auditors, that's assault.
Acted like an unhinged tyrant that he is.
Now, since this is Sean's video, he cuts to this angle, this view, because he won't show his part in yanking the door from this angle. It doesn't show up. But Sergeant Fahey was merely trying to close the door. Reyes was legitimately denied access into this building, and the female officer informed him of that. Yet Reyes tried to enter anyway. And this angle also confirms that Sergeant Fahey was just attempting to move Reyes from the doorway so that he could close the door.
Security camera footage sees him catches him grabbing my cell phone in his left hand there. Sergeant Brian Fahey assaulted a journalist on 2 separate occasions, and Internal Affairs covered it up.
The judge implied that I was just going around harassing people and calling it journalism.
Good afternoon, how are you?
Hi, how are you? What's your name and badge number, sir?
Sergeant Thomas Gorman, badge number 101.
Okay.
Film out here all day long, don't care about that. Truck can't park there, though.
Why?
If you put it in a parking spot,
Why
it's
is
a fire lane.
Why is that?
It's a fire lane?
It's not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane, sir.
Last time I was here, Sergeant, I just want to say one thing. Last time I was here, Sergeant, you had a taco truck
I got you.
parked right here for the entire lunch.
You haven't seen it in a while, okay?
But there's nothing marking it as a fire lane. Can we get legal out here? Can you call somebody down from legal?
They've already been advised.
Okay, this is not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane.
It is not a fire lane.
Thank you.
It is not a fire lane.
So Sean now has the power to designate or redesignate a safety traffic lane.
This is not a fire lane.
It is a fire lane.
It is not a fire lane. I just want to show every single one of you watching. This is not a fire lane. They're upset that I'm exposing the truth. That's why they're upset. Where do you see anything that says fire lane here? Where? Where does it say fire lane? They are trying their best to silence me, just like Nassau County did. And do you see what happened? Nassau County tried to prevent me from renting billboards, and we went out and purchased our own. Can you imagine their reaction when they looked outside of their window here at the Connecticut State Police Headquarters and they see this? I would pay anything to be a fly on that wall inside. Can you imagine such an unhinged lunatic like Sergeant Brian Fahey being in charge of whether somebody gets a pistol permit? It's absolutely mind-blowing. This psycho is in charge of people getting their pistol permit. This video proves he's an unhinged, thin blue line gang member. He has the tattoos to match, and he's a danger to society. And he's emailing people that are petitioning their grievances to him saying, oh, it's okay, I'm going to get promoted soon. It's absolutely bonkers. He's going to get promoted after the 2 assaults he committed, depriving me of my property, violating my First Amendment right, Fourth Amendment right, and he's going to get promoted. That's what the Connecticut State Police wants to do, is promote a lunatic and a complete and utter criminal savage.
Mr. Reyes. Okay, so we asked you to move the truck once. We're asking you a second time. It is a security risk. The truck needs to be moved. Anyways, Mr. Reyes, as I've explained, the truck needs to be moved because of a security risk. You can park it in the lot in any one of the spots you want. Don't care. That's fine. It cannot remain where it is, or the vehicle will be towed. And I'm letting you know that now.
But who's giving you this authority to do this? All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Connecticut State Police have earned themselves a federal lawsuit. We're going to move right to the front of the street here because I don't want my beautiful LED billboard truck to be towed. But they just earned themselves another lawsuit. I'll add it to the Sergeant Brian Fahey lawsuit that he'll be served with imminently.
Mr. Reyes!
I'm moving the truck.
Across the street, that's fine.
Moving the truck.
The road, just make sure you don't get...
I can't hear you.
Can you tell Fahey to keep his hands to himself, please?
I talked to legal and I'm moving the truck to the street.
Okay.
If I don't move it, you will tow it?
That is correct.
You will tow it. Okay, that's all I needed is damages towards, you said that if I don't move it, you're going to tow it. That's all I need.
That is correct.
Okay, great.
Okay.
I wouldn't be arrested or anything. Would you arrest me?
The vehicle would be towed.
The vehicle would just be towed if I didn't move it?
Correct.
Okay.
Fair enough?
I don't think it's fair at all, sir.
You know, Sean seems very fearful of something today, maybe getting arrested. I think because he's building an impressive arrest record. But also he's paranoid about this truck getting towed.
Is that a tow truck? Is that a tow truck?
It is a tow truck, but I don't know if it's for you or not.
And the final words will go to Nathan Hale Reyes, who will sum up his give me liberty or give me death soliloquy.
No one's ever going to intimidate us. We parked very close to the building, but in the back of the building, and it's obviously almost just as close as we were before, but all of a sudden, we're not a security threat anymore. This isn't a security threat. What's the security threat? They could have brought dogs. They could have asked to search the vehicle. I would have, of course, denied that because it's my Fourth Amendment right not to consent to any unreasonable searches or seizures. But there was no investigation work done here, ladies and gentlemen. This is tyranny.
Sean, have you ever really considered who the tyrants are? The John Ligato Show is being brought to you from right outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like the show, like and subscribe. Semper Fidelis.